Hi, it's your coach Joe Lucas. Welcome to your Practice Power Daily Coaching video for Friday the 22nd of November. Welcome to the end of the week, and I hope it was a very successful week. Hope you took a lot of things we talked about during our coaching work here to heart. And today, let's wrap up this powerful week talking about accountability. Now, the difference between coaching and training, pure definition terms. People talk about I'm going to this coaching program, and I go, well, where are you going? And they're going to hear some speaker talk for a couple days, and it's good. But don't confuse that with coaching. What's coaching? Coaching is accountability. So you can go get training, right? And this is what the industry is big on training. Training budgets, training directors, training departments, all that. Good. A lot of times I find it's not a training issue we have in our industry, it's an accountability issue we have. And that accountability issue is really a coaching issue. That's the differential. Okay? If you don't have somebody that's going to parachute into your world on a regular basis, whether that regular basis is weekly, a couple times a month, once a month at minimum, if you don't have somebody parachuting you in to go over your monthly game plan, to hold you accountable, and so that you know you've got somebody to answer to, like a personal trainer, then you do not have a coach. You may be going to get trained, and that's good, but it's about accountability. Here's what I find. I believe that vast majority of you know what you need to do to be successful because you're all intelligent people. And this is not that difficult of an industry. It's simple but not easy. There's only so many ways you can do this thing. What holds people back is they don't take the action, or they take the wrong action, or they take it inconsistently. And that usually means to me that's an accountability issue, challenge. Now, if I say that and you're buying what I'm saying, and I hope you are, then the simple question is, then shouldn't everybody have a coach? The answer to that question is yes, with this caveat. It has to be the right coach in terms of connection, rapport, style. Very important. And knowledge base. You want to work with a coach that knows this industry intimately. You can't go get a life coach and just some business coach out there at like a chamber of commerce and expect them to understand our world. They don't. What we do here, I say, somebody said, well, Joe, I specialize in financial advisor. I look at this like being like a neurosurgeon. If you want your head operated on, you're not going to go to the person that operates on feet. You're going to go to a specialist. You need to do the same thing. So getting back to my premise of, well, why doesn't everybody go have, so if accountability is key, if I know what I do but I don't do it, well, that's an accountability issue. Well, I'll just go get a coach. Why doesn't everybody have a coach? One of my core beliefs, by the way. Really, to me, what it boils down to, two things. Ego and arrogance. Oh, I don't need somebody. I can do this on my own. If that was true after 20 years, you would have figured it out by now. And the reason why I bring this up to everybody today is, and this is not an infomercial for me, but when you start thinking about 2014, and you start thinking about, making that your best year ever, that breakout year we always talk about, what are you going to do different? Maybe you need to change the game up a little bit. Maybe you need to bring some new dynamics in. Maybe you need to partner up with somebody for a bit of time to get your habits in a good place, to get your rituals in a great place, to be accountable for your success. Now, I've always said that if you have the right coach and you have the right person to be accountable to, it's the best P&L you ever do. It's the best return on investment you'll ever do. Have the wrong person, it's the worst return on investment you'll ever do. And it'll leave a bitter taste in your mouth. When I started, and I'll let you go, I know the weekend's coming around. When I started over 20 years ago, I was the first coach anybody ever talked to. In fact, I explain what I did. Fast forward now, almost 21 years later, and I watch our industry transform in those 2 decades. So now when I'm coming in with somebody, I'm their second, third, maybe their fourth coach, and they've had not so great experiences. And I got to turn that around or reframe them on you had the right concept, wrong execution, right idea, wrong person. So I want you to think about that and recognize how much of your challenge is, it's not a knowledge-based issue. It's an accountability issue. That's your challenge. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday for what's going to be a very short week for us.